You are not the problem sometimes. Stick a little bit longer in this video and I'll tell you why. So, all of us are really just trying to be successful at whatever it is: money, women, men, love, whatever your goal is. You have somebody you saw achieve that goal, and you think that if you follow the same steps, the same routines, almost everything that they did, you're going to end up at the same spot. But a lot of people forget something very crucial that makes people lose or win. And this is where I tell you, you are not the problem. Because this is something most of us do not even have control for, cannot even do anything about it. And it is luck. So, as most of you are aware, life is very unfair, right? There's people born into poverty, there's people born into wealth. Nobody did anything to deserve whatever they had, but yet here we are. So the one thing that people do, they work hard and follow all these guides to be achieving whatever your goal is, but people don't really understand that you need luck. And the problem with the people who win through luck and work hard, like you have luck here and working hard. You combine them and you achieve success. So for most people, they have this, working hard, but they don't have this. They don't have luck. So stay with me. This success creates something called false hope. And what is false hope? False hope is when something or somebody defies logic or how something is supposed to be, or in this terms, the fact that you have to pay a fee to be successful. So people who don't do that and become lucky and actually win give others a very false sense of hope, because everybody now lines up to do the same exact thing, thinking that they're going to be the ones who take the win this time. They're going to be the next successful people. So areas where we can see false hope play part in, we have things like gambling, right? You've probably seen a million videos of people who are gambling. They were down to their last dollar. Like, for example, the FedEx company. The company started through the owner gambling his last dollar and winning big, and he came about to make FedEx. So that story is really a perspective thing, but on the logical side is what I'm trying to explain to you. The sense of false hope. People are gonna see that story. What are they gonna try next? Go gambling on their last dollar. And because the owner of FedEx and a couple others who were the survivor bias is pretty much the people who actually won. So people who won through the false sense of hope, we call them the survivor bias people or the victims, because they give the people, the false sense of hope. People are gonna see them, think, oh, this guy did that and became successful. So we see that. Another place where we have is pretty much the get rich quick schemes. Everybody wants to be wealthy, everybody wants to be rich, but to be that, you have to pay a fee. Most people don't want to pay a fee. And what makes it worse is there are people who didn't pay a fee and get to be successful. Where does that bring us again? A sense of false hope. Just because the 1% or the 2% of the lucky ones, and life is very unfair. So they got lucky, so you have a whole team of young people encouraged to play the same game, thinking they're gonna win. But life isn't fair. Again, they don't really seem to know that. Another one we see, trading, right? You have people winning big. Now everybody wants to jump in and, try the same things. You have pretty much the government also. If you have the government looking over you and did a couple cool stuff, now instead of giving power back to you, you give it out to the government. And that's a very bad spot to live in. Because once you take all that power and give it out to the government, you're defenseless at that point because you're waiting on somebody who's never gonna come or rarely gonna come to save you. Religion is the other one we can actually talk about, right? So you have a lot of people giving power to anything that's outside of them and outside their control, hoping that if they do what the deity or whoever it is they pray to or fast for or dance for or sing for or praise, if they do whatever they ask, they're gonna get the blessings and somehow, become lucky. But pretty much showing you that giving out your energy, giving out your power to anything outside of your control is always luck. It's always luck based. So here's another concept. You have people who pray for stuff and get them. Luck, remember. So people see this and wonder, oh, if they prayed for that and got it, means I can also do the same. I can sit down, I can kneel down, I can praise, I can sing. I'll do all of that and match exactly what they did to get what they got. So you have a whole bunch of people giving their ability to do stuff for themselves outside because they saw a few lucky people do the same and get successful. So my point really is, I'm gonna keep the video short. Survivor bias is, it's always gonna be there. There's always somebody who's gonna take the back route and the back door and not pay the fee to be successful and is gonna get successful. So the best thing to do is something called balance. We all want to get rich, right? But you don't want to risk living a life knowing that you might not get rich. So why not play both? It doesn't always have to be 50-50. Again, it's balance. Could be a 60-40%. Just don't make it a 0 or 100%. Because then you pretty much just waste your life at that point. In conclusion, take care of yourself, have fun, observe, and understand life is unfair. People get stuff they don't always deserve. Luck is a big factor of you being successful. You're not doing anything wrong. You're not lesser than you actually think you are just because you didn't get what the other person got. You're just not lucky. And it's fine. It's fine. Just don't make your life all based off luck. And I'll make another video talking about how luck ruins lives. Because just a brief description to show you what I mean by that is people who go through life being lucky end up having habits that break them. Because you only get lucky, once, twice, and some luck is really big luck. It could happen once, but it's really a game changer. You're never gonna live your same life again. So what this causes is people don't really get disciplined or have what it takes. Like you've probably seen the people who won the lottery and went back to being broke, right? That's what I mean by that. I'm not gonna spill a lot of beans for the next video, but hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. If you have any comments, please let me know below. Please subscribe. I'm just getting started, and if you want to see more of the videos, let me know. If you also have something to say, let me know in the comments. I'll be watching, I'll be looking. Remember, I love y'all. Peace.